here I am.
Oh, well, thanks for stepping on that whole thing, man. I was really like, yo, it looks like you're moving with a plan.
I had purpose.
Nah, man, I'm
had
gusto.
I'm out
here just.
I knew which direction I wanted to go in.
Yeah.
But because that's where people lack. They have a plan, they do all this planning, and then they don't put anything behind it.
That's all me.
And
that's your boy. I got plans for days. Yeah.
And I just went for it. But when I got back, it was the name, the logo, the website, the photo shoot, all the pictures on the...
Yeah. How'd you come up with the name?
So I don't know if you know the story behind Lylyth.
I read it on the website. I just wanted you to share it because the listeners might not know.
Okay.
It's a cool story.
So the story goes, before Eve with Adam, there was a Lylyth. She was the first wife of Adam. But she didn't want to lay underneath him. She wanted to lay beside him. She wanted equality. She wanted the same respect that Adam got. And that wasn't accepted. God didn't want that. So she got kicked out of Eden. And she then becomes this dark sexual figure. But she also represents independence and freedom. And that's where I resonated with her.
Which is a perfect name for what you're trying to do. So it's like, I want to be equal as well as you're still embracing the sexuality and femininity.
Yes. And for trademark purposes and LLC purposes, I switched out the I's with Y's.
Ah, okay.
And that's how we got Lylyth.
Is there another Lylyth out there? Lylyth Fair.
There's a lot of Lylyths. I mean, she did it with the Y's.
The Y's work.
The Y's
work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you had Lylyth, and then you come back, so you're invoicing. So you're already, so you come back, you're ordering products while at the same time developing the name and the website and getting models for the photos and doing the photo shoot and still getting ready to do marketing to build out your customer base.
Yes.
And you had no plan.
It came, I don't want to say it was easy. It was not easy. It didn't, but it flowed. Like I think I found my purpose in what I was meant to do, because doing everything that I did in such a short period of time and how I was able to get it going, and it was nothing short than miraculous. It was pretty dope, and I'm proud of myself for it.
That's dope.
Proud of you. That's a good thing. Plus, you got to keep in mind, this happened after you were going to college and whatnot, correct?
Yeah.
So you already had the mindset for it. You might not have had the plan, but I mean, you had the brain for the plan.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when rappers be like the really smart rappers are like, oh, I don't write down my lyrics.
Yeah.
And I was
I'm like, yes, you
no,
do.
You just have them in your mind.
Yeah.
Like, you would be writing this stuff down.
Yeah, I've
and
been
you had a piece of
preparing
paper.
for this moment.
Yeah.
I just didn't know which route I wanted to go with it. And
That's
once I
awesome.
figured it out, I tackled it. I did it.
So what was, I mean, when, I guess at what point did it start to feel real to you? Like, yo, I've got a business.
It doesn't feel real to me. I'm very hard on myself. Until I touch a certain number, I don't see myself in no way, shape, or form. Like,
Really?
yeah.
Really? Okay.
Gotcha.
So what are some of, and we're, people that are trying to build up a business, because, I mean, this is what you're doing, is building that up. What are some of the pitfalls or missteps that you'd be like, I mean, that you could go back and tell yourself, like, hey, let's do this different?
Honestly, I did PR boxes, and I sent out boxes to different people with a very high following. But the crazy thing is, I did build up like a following on my Instagram page, but when my sales really picked up, it was from me self-promoting on Twitter.
Yeah.
So it was a post made. I don't know if you guys seen those videos of like the people in restaurants and they have like the remote controlled.
Yeah.
And they're like, so underneath one of those posts, anytime somebody would ask, where can I find this? Like, what is she using? What is she doing? I would go and put my website under every single one of those posts. And within the next 24 hours, I had around 24,000 people on my website, because that tweet itself was already going viral.
Okay.
And it was I sold out of that specific product also.
That's 100.
Okay.
Within 2 days. So
I guess that's a lesson in business where it's like you would think
that those girls with those million followers would help you.
Yeah.
But here I was just self-promoting underneath another tweet and generated.
So it makes sense to be marketing in so many different aspects because it's not like those girls hurt. Like that's always great.
Yeah, they definitely built my following on Instagram.
Yeah.
And to get my name out there. But you have to go down different avenues. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Etsy,
TikTok,
Amazon, TikTok. You have to literally, you have to really like grasp onto, and that's one reason why I feel like since I am younger, on the younger side, I'm able to really maneuver through those different aspects and apps because I grew up on that stage.
Now, that's where the younger side can help you. Have you run into any situations where like just being a younger person because you're young, like
because people think I'm off rip, they think I'm like 28, 30. I'm like no. No.
So okay, so you haven't really run into any things where people are like, oh, okay, I think that's just a young person and they don't necessarily know what they're doing.
They are more so like in shock when I tell them my age, and they're like, "You got all this going on? Like how? Like what?"
I'm not gonna lie. Even when we were doing the research and we were scrolling back, I was doing the math
because I was birthday
like,
one.
I said, "Wait a minute."
Yeah,
I was born in 1996.
96.
I said, "This
saw the balloons."
Okay, that makes okay.
Mike was like, "I was born in 95."
96. 16. Okay.
96. Yes.
Okay. I was in high school.
I know, man. Tupac died, bro.
Tupac died in 96.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because
she carries herself like she's older because she has a business or whatnot.
I always think about that Deion Cole thing where he's like, "You got 30 summers left," and it hurts me. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, yo, I'm like, die.
Yeah, it's
96,
over,
man.
That's fine.
Them summers between 96 and 2020 passed by real quick.
It's great because you had your time. It's over. You know what I'm saying? Now we like.
It's not over. You're in your
sorry,
prime. You're in your prime.
We're having a moment.
We're the young life, bro. We do better stuff now.
No, 96 Devon was in his prime.
You played football that one semester?
2020 Devon, man, they whooped me, dog. They flipped me. Ooh, that's a bad year for football. But yeah, 2020 Devon is looking like, man, 96. That's all I think about. Yeah, Tupac died that year.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Back to you though. Okay, so sorry to have that somber note. Yeah, rest in peace, Pac, or not if you're in Costa Rica somewhere. So,
oh my gosh,
you never know. Where you say you're from?
Dominican Republic. My dad's
Dominican Republic. Okay, your dad's Dominican. Your mom?
She's black.
Okay, black. I mean, Dominican is black
too.
Yes, yeah. Afro-Latina.
We're Afro-Latina. Do you speak Spanish?
A little bit.
A little bit of Spanish. No, and
if I was dropped off in Mexico, I could make it out.
Oh, okay.
That's the best I got.
I went to the Dominican Republic, and that's the first time I truly understood that. I was like, oh, this is what it's like to be somewhere where there's like the resort I was at, they wasn't speaking English. Yeah. And
it's so much worse in China.
Oh yeah?
It's like a weird... Like you develop a weird thing
you look
where
different.
You're like,
they're looking at you. People came up to me, pictures with me, because I've never seen
everybody as well.
Not only
too.
that, they've never seen anything like me.
Yeah.
They haven't seen.
Did they think you were? My homeboy went to China and he looks nothing like him, but they kept calling him Allen Iverson, and that was legit. So were they calling you did they think you were a celebrity or something?
I don't know. I'm black. I'm full figured. They're all really skinny over there.
Yeah.
It was just.
And so they're walking up. They're walking up. They're taking pictures with you, but you don't know what's being said at all.
No, not at all.
Okay.
But I guess it was cool. I mean, they were smiling at me. I don't know.
I mean, it works. It works. Well, I mean, we're bigger than them too. So
yeah.
They know you could fight them.
Maybe. No.
I'm about to say.
I wouldn't even try it. I would not even try it.
Let's not be. Yeah, everybody doesn't know karate.
That's more so Japan, but still.
I'm about to say everybody don't know karate. I'm not gonna do it though. But it's all.
I was just being racist.
I don't want to get whooped on camera by like a small guy.
I don't want to get whooped on camera.
He knows karate.
For real.
That's all right though. So you're back here, and then I was kind of leading into, because you're like top 1% of sales. That's when you're saying like, how'd you find us? Like, we're following things on Instagram and Twitter, and I think you posted something about that, and that's impressive. So how did you feel when that happened?
I feel like I still got a long way to go because I was only with one specific product and I still have an entire website of products to sell. So because I sold out of that product, that's what got me to that point. But I have so much stuff to do. I have such a long way to go. Like, people are like, you're doing it. You're doing great. No,
you are doing it. I mean, no. Of course, there's a long way to go, but you are actually
doing it.
You're doing it.
Yeah, smell your flowers.
Yeah.
Smell your flowers.
You should be proud of yourself.
Smell your flowers. Okay.
Look what happened to Kobe, man. You should be proud of yourself.
Absolutely.
Right.
We're happy for you.
You gotta recognize while it's still going on.
Yeah.
So, like you say, you got a lot more to do. What are some of the things that you want to do? What is it what you want to accomplish, and what do you want to turn Lylyth into?
So next on the list would be going into like doing divorce parties, bachelorette parties, passion parties.
They have divorce parties?
That is a humongous market.
Yeah.
Like right next to wedding cakes, divorce cakes.
Explain a divorce party, please.
So similar to a bachelorette party, but there may be a cake with a woman chopping a penis.
Okay.
Or it may be a woman on top of the cake with like the bride and groom, but she's holding the groom's head.
Okay.
I feel like these are parties geared towards women. Do guys throw a lot of divorce parties?
No, they just go cheat or
whatever. I was about to say, are we the reasons for the divorces?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, with divorce being 51%, there's a market for it.
Okay.
That's okay.
So, doing that, a few more years down the line, doing a brick and mortar. I want to have a storefront, like a half studio where I do like striptease classes, pole classes, sex yoga. I don't know how graphic I can get, but like how to squirt one-on-one classes type things.
Yeah, I mean, you're cool. Our only sex.
And then the other half will be a sex store, like selling my products, my toys, that type of thing. And maybe also have an in-house, like marriage counselor, therapist, that type of thing.
That's interesting too, that you're still putting. How do you get over, I guess, when you're trying to get customers, you're trying to reach out to the public, how do you get over the stigma that people usually associate with sex?
I don't. I just have to be who I am and keep it moving.
That's awesome.
That works. That's all I had.
I'm like, that
I was like, yeah. I said, that's all I had. That's it. Okay.
That does really work, though. I mean, even going back, because we've covered your business more so. How'd you get into modeling?
I don't know how it happened. It just happened.
Okay, so one day
What do you mean
you're not a model, and then the next day you are. What was that day like, though?
I've been having a few withdrawals because I kind of dipped out of that, becoming an entrepreneur, just to put more energy and be behind the scenes on that.
Mm-hmm.
But
do you feel like there's a stigma with the model thing?
Yeah, for sure.
Ah, okay.
Because you're like, the Instagram model type thing, and I want to be more. I want the whole cake. I want everything.
It's a piece of the
so
cake,
I can be
it's also you want the whole thing. That's positive.
Because people ask why I don't model my own stuff. Like, you look at the website, I'm not modeling anything.
Yeah.
So that was by design. You were like,
I want to be behind the scenes.
Okay.
If you're going to see me, you're going to see me in a suit.
Okay.
Or you're going to see me fully covered. That's how I wanted to do it.
That's 100, man. It's more about your brain.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Because, I mean, like even you were saying earlier, like as soon as anybody you're interested in dating finds out about it, things go left.
Turn into the cartoon wolf.
Yeah.
Dude,
exactly.
That's how we are. Like, man, it's crazy. Yeah.
And then they're not even, especially in the Black community, as far as men go, they're taught that type of stuff or that level of stuff is
okay.
not okay.
Oh, okay.
They think it's gay or like, what do you do? Like,
Oh, I
that's
see your point.
demeaning to me that
you're
you would
talking
want to
about-
even
okay.
try that or do
Okay,
that.
I
And
see what you're
that's
saying.
That's not how it goes.
Really?
So it's a little bit of curiosity mixed in with fear, mixed in with what have I gotten myself into from their
understand.
standpoint.
I mean, but at one point, because you said you weren't exposed to it until they 50 Shades of Rosenberg. Not they. He.
Because I did not find nobody else after that.
I
I'm
was
not
about
even
to
going to
say.
lie to you.
Oh, wait. So this is a 50 Shades of Grey thing. I know
Wow.
about this from somebody told me about the book. So that was it.
Yeah. Guys really aren't. I would have to go and teach from this point because I really haven't found anybody open enough to try those things with me.
There's
What
some
things?
guy-